hoenders, aartappels en beeste. Dit is op vandag se spyskaart. Ons gesels met Tumi Mokwene van Phetogo Poultry Farm oor sy pad met die opbou van 'n suksesvolle hoenderboerdery. Daarna vind ons uit wat met die aartappelmarkte gebeur en Ben Raath van Donkerhoek Tuli gesels oor die prestasie van sy kudde. Vir nou oor na Lise vir die jongste landbounuus, maar bly ingeskakel.
In vandag se nuus, volgens onlangse data van Katoen SA verhandel die gewas tans teen 50 tot 60% hoër as 'n jaar gelede. En die Brewer, hoofuitvoerende beampte van Katoen SA, meen dit sal egter nie noodwendige verhoogde aanplantings stimuleer nie. Op plaaslike vlak het interne uitdagings by sommige pluismelenaars sy tol begin eis. Dit sluit uitgestelde en laat betaling van produsente in. Heelwat produsente het hulle gewend tot ander gewasse met prysvooruitsigte wat baie gunstig met die van katoen vergelyk. Volgens Katoen SA lyk die markvooruitsigte vir die komende seisoen egter baie belovend en internasionale prysvooruitsigte vertoon ook stewig. And the Western Cape Department of Environmental Affairs recently announced that cases of the H5N1 virus have been detected among wild seabirds in the Bergrivier municipal area. This virus was also detected in the Walker Bay area in the Overberg region. This has put the ostrich industry on high alert. According to the department, teams from these local authorities have been collecting thousands of dead and sick birds. The Bergrivier local municipality remains the hotspot for current infections. Neighbouring municipalities have been alerted and are urged to be vigilant about the potential spread of the disease. En blydskap heers in die sentraal en klein Karoo na die goeie reënval wat boere die afgelope ruk ontvang het. Die Williston gebied het tussen 20 en 45 mm ontvang. In die noordoostelike dele van die Noord-Kaap is daar plek tot 30 mm gemeet. Artappelmarkte het tot 38 mm gekry en in die Winton gebied is tussen 33 en 40 mm gemeet. Die Boesmanland het ook goeie baie ontvang. In Van Wyksvlei en Kenhardt het sommige plase tussen 20 en 28 mm reën ontvang en 'n bietjie laer af noord van die Handtam tussen Brandvlei en Kalvinia het sommige plase tot 50 mm aangeteken. Die gebeurtenis was vir baie boere uiters emosioneel. Ons kyk na 'n insetsel van 'n boer van Williston, Wilhelm Steenkamp.
Gerald huis chock-en-blok vol, hoor. Kom jy ou daar om. Ai, is wonderlik, Gerald, is wonderlik. Kyk hoe mooi lyk dit.
En daardie was dan die plaas van Wilhelm Steenkamp en ons is ook verheug oor die reën. Dis dan vandag se nuus. We are at Phetogo Farm, just outside Pretoria today, and joining me is Tumi Mokwene. He's going to tell us about his farm. Tumi, where did it all start for you and why did you decide to do chicken farming?
Thank you, Lisa, and welcome to our farm here on the western side of Pretoria. Look, it started when I was studying at Pretoria University, studying something totally different from what I'm doing, by the way. You know, my uncle had a beautiful small property doing 2,000 chickens on the northern side of Pretoria. And he used to send me with his packet. You know, at that age when one was 20, 24, you enjoy driving around, and at some time he then said to me, you have to sell those chickens. They were like 1,005. And selling has always been one of the things that I enjoy doing. So I sold those chickens and, voila. He said to me, no, you saw where we are buying feed, day-old chicks. I don't want that money. So he gave me that courage to try and run a business. But now that it was becoming a business, it was more of a trial and error, and I couldn't, run something like that. We decided that, no, let's leave that and go volunteer, which was one of the best decisions that one made. And a beautiful lady by the name of Pauline Kroon, she's the founder of Kroon's Gourmet Chickens. She gave us an opportunity to come and learn, at their farm. Basically, I did everything: offloading day-old chicks, driving trucks, loading chickens to Pick and Pay, anything that they wanted.
So you started
me to do.
at the bottom.
Yeah, I started there, and it, having to learn the trade until one day I noticed that they were running short of chicken in line with the orders that they were receiving. And she said, no, we can write you a letter of intent, and you can use it to go raise capital. And that's the route that we took. And fast forward, 2006, we bought this property, 13 hectares, and we have not looked back. At that time, it was producing only 13,000 chickens. Today, as we are sitting here, we are producing 130,000 chickens. I wish we could have done more. But our latest chicken house is the one that we built last year, 2020. It's having a carrying capacity of 45,000 beds. And we are proudly supplying festive, in Olifantsfontein.
And how does the department encourage or assist you?
The Department of Agriculture has been a partner as well in our journey, and we appreciate their involvement from training, to also investing in different ways. We've got house number 4 on the far left of the farm. It was built by GDART, Gauteng Department of Agriculture, as a grant, by the way, and we really appreciate that. It's one of those inputs that I think emerging farmers need. I know some of the farmers who are really in need of infrastructure of that nature, because it helps you to increase your efficiencies. You can keep your costs low and then increasing your profit margins. And that's what you need in a business like this, because it's volume based, and you want to make sure that you are really putting proper discipline on your finances.
And you're quite a job creator. I see there's quite a few people walking around.
Yeah, thank you. We, as our name states, Phetogo Farm, we believed, my wife and I, Lebo, from the beginning, that we want to put a positive change in the lives of, our farm workers. We don't treat them as just farm worker. They are partners in this exercise, because to take care of, 130,000 chickens here is not child's play. You want to see to it that you are meeting the health standards, and you want to make sure that you are reaching your growth targets as well. So we've got 13 permanent employees here, and on seasonal basis we would have about 10 when we clean and disinfect. But this is not our only farm that we are running. We are running again another one in Lanseria. There we've got a wonderful relationship with Astral, which is led by Chris Kete. He gave us an opportunity to lease that farm. At that farm, we are having 14 permanent employees there who are fully engaged in growing chickens as well for contract growing market.
To me, I'd like you to explain to us, when do you get the chicks and how long do they stay? That whole process.
Yeah, that's a good question, Lisa. Basically, we are running what we call a 7-week cycle. And in that period of 7 weeks, we would receive a day-old chick coming straight from the hatchery, vaccinated, good quality chick. It's not always the best, but we have to make, work what we received. So it comes as a day-old. We rear it for 33, 34 days. And then the abattoir sends their logistics department to come and collect. That's how we are taking care of our chickens. And then from there, we remove the manure, we wash the site thoroughly. It must be clean to avoid, bacterial buildup and all of that. And then we start preparing neat new shavings, for the next batch.
And what is the role of the South African Poultry Association in your life?
Look, it has been a good one. Most importantly, you're able to network with people like Isaac you are able to network with other companies. Our expansion at Lanseria, it came at a time when I was very much frustrated sitting here and asking myself, why are we not being paid a higher price per kilo? And only to find that the abattoir couldn't, pay us because of the, influx of unfair trade that is happening due to the chicken imports. And then I started making some research, and I realized that there is an association called South African Poultry Association, and then I became a member. And I started pushing this idea as well to government to say, but how do you invest the chicken house on our farm, to the tune of 4 million rand at a time, and then you open chicken imports?
Yeah.
Then
Doesn't
we are
make
not.
sense.
It doesn't make sense because you are not able to get the objective that you are not able to reach the objective that you want to reach, and we can't create more jobs because we are not getting paid as much as we expect to be paid. So fast forward, then we, after having joined SAPA, we became part of the transformation working committee there, to see to it that even SAPA itself is reflecting the growth and dynamics of our country. And it has been a wonderful journey, where there is commitment to the master plan by all stakeholders there, and even other more smaller emerging farmers who are coming on board. We've got wonderful programs there which are led by Chris Mason, who's ensuring that even a guy who's selling 30 eggs, he's able to bring his business on a level that he can start feeding his family.
To me, yes, as far as input costs are concerned, where does the money go to, most of the money?
Lisa, that's a good question. Feed, eh? Feed goes to 60 to 66% of our production cost. And then also when we come into winter, we're spending a lot of money on coal, especially on 2 farms. As you can see, we are in a bit of a valley. So it's colder from Artis coming here. But also the issue of our labor cost as well. We need to make sure that we pay people according to the regulation and also according to performance. But over and above that, what we also do is that we have created a development fund, especially at the Lanseria farm, and we are hoping to expand it this side, where we start putting something on the side for the workers. After they get their 13th check in December, then in January, we start splitting the remaining profits that we made over the period of the previous year. So those are our cost bases. Part of the biggest challenges that we have, it is the unsustainable supply of electricity. We've got a big challenge there. You would expect to put an allocation of X amount of money for fuel, to run your generators. All of a sudden, we've got stage 2, stage 3 running. And it's a big challenge. And, COVID-19 has made it worse. You can see the turnaround time from Eskom side has, started being low. And that affects you right on on the last drop of cents that you are having. So those are some of our biggest challenges.
Talk to us about biosecurity. What role does that play in your business? Big role.
Biosecurity is very, very important. You can see now we are coming out of Feb, going to March. We will be approaching winter. Europe, they are already struggling with avian influenza. It's a challenge that we must really be prepared for in winter. But you have to take care of your farm. You need to make sure that you've got the rodent control measures. And what we do at Phetogo Farm, we are not experts in everything. So we outsource some of the services so that you can get skillful people to come and do certain controls. But also it takes time. You need to teach your employees that, guys, this is very important. You need to follow the protocol. But to work with Festive, they've got what they call the 20 Keys program that helps you to be able to measure yourself, against that 20 Keys platform, that you are able to see how far you can still improve. So biosecurity is very, very, very important.
So lekker om met die brawe boere te praat vandag, want ek gaan weer oor Bitcoin gesels. Bitcoin het weer pragtige loopjongens het. Ons was so rukkie terug bekommerd oor hierdie kop en skouer formasie. Nou ja, Bitcoin het gesê, nee, wat ons stel nie belang in dit nie. So vir die boere wat in Bitcoin belê, of ek kan nie sê belê nie, maar in handel dryf, die prys is op die punt om 'n algehele splinternuwe hoogtepunt te maak. En bo 62.404, en onthou, hierdie is 'n weeklikse grafiek, bo 62.404, ons is heeltemal splinternuw op nuwe hoogtepunte. Ek hoor baie mense praat van $90,000 vir 'n Bitcoin. Onthou, hierdie is duisende dollars. So, as hy daai vlakkie kan breek, dan kan hy lekker loop. As jy die momentum wil jaag vir die boere, en hulle, ek weet hier's boere wat baie graag Bitcoin koop, gebruik die volgende vlakkie as 'n keerverlies, 59.192, en die rede hoekom ek dit gee is maar net ingeval hy terugtrek. Onthou, Bitcoin het die vermoë om hierdie lekker ops en lekker afs te gee, so wees versigtig vir hom, maar op die oomblik, die wêreld hou van Bitcoin, en hier is sy 40 week bewegende gemiddelde vir die wat nou lang teruggekoop het en nou net die amper kan sê die eenheid vashou, terwyl hy bo 45.835 is, sê dit vir jou die langtermyn tendens van Bitcoin is positief, en maak die saak wat die wêreld sê om te sê, dis so of dit nie, of wat ook al, die mark sê, die prys gaan op en die beleggers koop dit. En ek hoor daar is nou al beursverhandelde fondse in Amerika, wat selfs die Bitcoin prys volg en reflekteer as beleggingsinstrumente, en dis dalk hoekom hierdie prys so lekker hardloop. Maar kom ons hou maar net by daai keerverlies, dan weet ons as ons verkeerd is, dan verloor ons nie baie geld. Soek gerus ons webtuiste www.fransdeklerk.com vir meer inligting en ons gesels weer.
Vir die maand van September het die gemiddelde weeklikse aartappelprys 'n nuwe rekord behaal en het by R94,69 per 10 kg sakkie teen die week geëindig op 1 Oktober uitgekom. Die weeklikse gemiddelde prys het toegeneem gedurende die maand van September, aangesien die daaglikse voorraadvlakke laag gebly het. Gedurende September het die gemiddelde daaglikse voorraadvlakke met nastenby 21% gedaal teenoor Augustus 2021. Die Septemberprys vir 'n 10 kg sakkie het met gemiddeld 50% gestyg tot R82,20 teenoor Augustus 2021. Die samestelling van die verskillende klasse het vir die maand van September verbeter. Klas 1 het met 4% gestyg, terwyl klas 2 en klas 3 met 4% en 1% gedaal het. Die grootte verspreiding het verander van Augustus na September 2021, met 'n verlaging van 2% in groot aartappels. Medium groot aartappels het onveranderd gebly, waar medium en die kleiner grootes se persentasies verhoog het. Hierdie kan toegeskryf word aan die rypomstandighede wat vroeër vanjaar in Limpopo ervaar is. In September 2021 was om en by 6,7 miljoen 10 kg sakkies aartappels verkoop op die varsproduktemark. Dit is 2,5 miljoen sakkies minder as die 5 jaar gemiddeld vir September en was die laagste verkope vir September maand sedert 2010. Teen einde van September was daar 79 miljoen 10 kg sakkies vir die jaar verkoop op varsproduktemarkte, wat 3,9 miljoen sakkies minder is as die 5 jaar gemiddeld tot einde September. Wat markandeel betref, het Limpopo die mark gedomineer met 68% markandeel vir die maand van September. Teen die einde van September het Limpopo 523.000 10 kg sakkies meer as hulle 5 jaar gemiddeld verkoop. Omsetsnelheid verteenwoordig die persentasie verkope van 'n daaglikse voorraad vir 'n spesifieke dag. Vir die maand van September het alle varsproduktemarkte in Suid-Afrika se daaglikse omsetsnelheid effens afwaartse tendens getoon. Die gemiddelde omsetsnelheid vir September was 55% en is 2,6% laer vir dieselfde maand van 2020. Die daaglikse gemiddelde markafneemkapasiteit vir September was 290.000 sakkies per dag. Dit is 49.000 sakkies minder per dag as in Augustus 2021. Indien ons kyk wat tans op die markte plaasvind, het die daaglikse voorraadvlakke begin toeneem, wat 'n afwaartse druk op prys veroorsaak het, omrede Limpopo tans in hulle hoofoes in beweeg het. Vir die week geëindig op 15 Oktober 2021 het die gemiddelde weeklikse prys met 10% gedaal week op week na R78,99 vir 'n 10 kg sakkie. Limpopo het tans nog steeds die grootste markandeel en hulle weeklikse verkope is op 436,000 sakkies meer as hulle 5 jaar gemiddeld vir dieselfde tydperk. Wes-Vrystaat is tans besig om hulle oes af te sluit. Hulle het tot dusver om en by 20% minder gelewer as hulle 5 jaar gemiddeld vir dieselfde tydperk. Ter afsluiting, met die huidige markomstandighede bied aartappel steeds 'n goeie waardeproposisie vir ons verbruikers.
Farming is known for the risks involved, and at AgriSeker we understand farmers' needs and risks. AgriSeker is a specialist underwriting manager in the crop insurance market whose vision and goal is to provide an agricultural risk management service to our clients in order to play an important role in maintaining food security. The AgriSeker family is there for farmers so they can do their best to feed the country. Ask your insurance broker or find us online at www.agriseker.co.za.
Ben Raath het vanjaar met sy Tuli beesras groot hoogtes bereik en dis waaroor ons vandag met hom gesels. Ben, hierdie kompetisie waarin jy vanjaar geseëvier het, vertel ons bietjie daarvan.
Ja, Lise, baie dankie. Dit is die Stefan van Wyk wisseltrofee vir die SA Stamboek Tuli kudde van die jaar. So Stefan van Wyk is 'n bekende in landboukringe, die meeste veral beesprodusente sal vir Stefan ken en hy is op 'n vroeë ouderdom oorlede as gevolg van 'n hartaanval. Ek self met Donkerhoek Tuli stoet en Alwyn Marks van die Alpha en Omega Tuli stoet het besluit om aan hom erkenning te gee en te vereer. En toe het ons besluit om die Stefan van Wyk Tuli stoet trofee daar te stel. Ja, en om dit nog meer spesiaal te maak, nooi ons elke jaar sy kinders, Sharnay en Ilenay van Wyk, het al by ons vorige geleenthede die trofees oorhandig. Hierdie geleentheid val saam met ons jaarlikse AJV, waar die ander toekennings ook aan die teelers oorhandig word. So dit is 'n hoogtepunt binne ons Tuli gemeenskap.
So hoe werk die beoordeling?
Ja, dis een ding om te besluit om 'n trofee daar te stel. Die volgende, die belangrikste is, watter kriteria word gebruik om nou die wenner aan te dui. En Stefan se standaarde was baie hoog en ons as raad het lank gesit en beraadslaag en besluit om die SA Stamboek se kriteria te gebruik. Nou, daar word 3 kategorieë gebruik om hierdie wenner aan te wys. Die eerste een is hoe goed teken die kudde aan. Met ander woorde, stuur jy jou deklyste in. Doen jy genomiese toetsing, dis deesdae die inding om genomika te doen, die persentasie lewendige kalwers gebore wat aangeteken word en die persentasie kalwers geweg by speen, persentasie koeigewigte geneem by speen, dis baie belangrik, veral met koei-kalf speenverhouding, die persentasie van bulle wat deelneem aan 'n groeitoets en dan die persentasie bulle wat in 'n groeitoets gescan is, met ander woorde die RTU scan. Die volgende kategorie is reproduksie. Dit gaan nou oor koei-vrugbaarheid, dis jou tussenkalfperiode en die versvrugbaarheid, met ander woorde ouderdom eerste kalf en dan daar sedert laaste kalwing en dan geboortekennisgewing, hoe gereeld stuur jy jou geboortes in. Die derde kategorie is jou genetiese meriete, dis die gemiddelde koeiwaarde van jou koeie ouer as 2 jaar en die gemiddelde koeiwaarde van jou bulle wat jy gebruik in jou stoet. Met ander woorde, watse bulle gebruik jy om die koeiwaarde van jou diere te verbeter. Nou, dit is die kriteria wat gebruik word. Daarvolgens kry jy punte en dis moeilik. Ek meen, dis 'n klomp punte waarna gekyk word. Veral as jy sien, ek boer in 'n droë area, my jaarlikse reënval is 225 mm, dan dink ek is dit 'n besonderse prestasie, maar dit is vir my nog 'n groter advertensie vir ons ras. Dit wys jy kan in baie ekstensiewe toestande boer en jy kan nog steeds kompeterend wees teenoor boere wat 'n hoë potensiale beesgrond boer.
Jy stap al 'n lang pad met die Tuli en jy's ook president van die Tuli Beestelersgenootskap. Vertel ons bietjie van hierdie ras.
Ja, Lise, ons slagspreuk sê dis 'n vrugbare winsgewende veldbees en dis presies wat dit is. Die koeie is uitstekende moeders. Jy gaan ver soek om die moederlyn te klop. Nagenoeg 90% van ons ras is poenskop, so jy het baie arbeidsbesparing. Sy het klein geboortegewigte, so baie min kalfprobleme. Dis 'n suiwer inheemse ras, medium ram koei. Nou medium ram bedoel 430-450 kg gemiddeld. Die feit dat dit 'n inheemse ras is, beteken dis geharde en aangepaste beeste, so dit 'n goeie natuurlike weerstand teen in- en uitwendige parasiete en siektes. Dit om maar net 'n paar eienskappe van ons ras te noem, en ek nooi graag belangstellendes uit om ons kantoor te kontak. Ek sal op die einde die nommer gee vir meer inligting.
Hoeveel teelers is daar tans in Suid-Afrika?
Ja, op hierdie stadium is ons rondom die 40 teelers met 'n paar hangende registrasies vir aansoeke. Ons doelwit is nie om teelersgetalle of dieregetalle te jaag nie. Ons wil liewers teelers hê wat dieselfde visie en passie het. Ons is 'n ongelooflike span teelers by mekaar. En wat lekker is, ons gun dat die son oor jou medeteelers skyn. En ja, dis net 'n lekker klomp mense by mekaar.
Deel met ons 'n paar van jou hoogtepunte.
Ja, weet, Lise, ons is baie geseën Donkerhoek Tuli, ons om 'n paar geleenthede of hoogtepunte te noem, soos wat jy dit nou sê. Donkerhoek het ook hier in 2019 die Stefan van Wyk Wisseltrofee verower en 2021. En dan het ons ook vanjaar 'n goue elite toekenning gekry by SA Stamboek. En dan vir my die persoonlike hoogtepunt is met Bloemskou het ons die vleisentraal SA Stamboek elite bulgroei toetsklas kompetisie. Het ons daardie kompetisie gewen. Dit is die derde keer wat die Tuli ras deelgeneem het. Daar was 17 vleisbeesrasse wat verteenwoordig was en dit was absoluut vir my 'n hoogtepunt en dit het nie net my eie stoet nie, maar ons ras op 'n volgende vlak gesit.
Ben, baie dankie. Net om jy af te sluit, julle kontakbesonderhede?
Ja, Lise, my kontakbesonderhede is al my besonderhede is op my webwerf of op Facebook is Donkerhoek Tuli en dan kan hulle ook die genootskap se webtuiste besoek, is www.tulikettle.co.za of hulle kan ons sekretaresse skakel Anne-Marie by 051 410 0900. Dan het die nommer 051 410 0900.
En so sê Ben Raath, hy is president van die Tuli Beestelersgenootskap, maar hy het ook vanjaar geseëvier met die Tulies.
Go back, shaping the future of animal health.